Alright, let's finish up the Family Holiday Beach Resort by LEGO Friends. This is set number 42673, contains 1,140 pieces, retails for $129.99, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. And yes, this is essentially what we're going to be working on today, which is the fun slide and all sorts of stuff. So that does look pretty fun there. In the last few installments, we finished all this up. Part 5, we just did this little area here. Or maybe it was this one. I don't remember. It's been like a few days. And today is July 5th, 2025. So I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff. Maybe it was yesterday. But I did do this section here last, which was the bathroom and the little ice cream booth. Not a good combination. Maybe that's why it's there, huh? So when you eat your ice cream, you have to go to the bathroom real quick. And in addition, this is all the stickers that are remaining on the build. Not too terribly bad. I got this container here with the accessories, and we got Aron, and let's put the wheelchair and the ice cream cone in here. Just trying to pick up all the loose stuff here. I forgot about her. I already did the thumbnail, so be it. And the reason why it's on this is because of that. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do here, because I'm not sure, did I even do a thumbnail? If I did, then so be it. Yes, I did do the thumbnail. Whew. Okay, I don't want to forget that. And yeah, so far I'm pretty pleased. I think now we're down to like an 8 on this set, just due to stickers and for some parts coming apart. Not terribly bad, not the end of the world. Okay, bag 11, let's start it, let's build it. I've moved this, but unfortunately, I need that for the thing. And I got about 40 minutes, well probably 35 now on this memory card. And I got a scratchy throat today, after 4th of July, you know how bad the air is, so my lungs are paying for it now. So I'm just trying to clear my throat in between sessions here. And yeah, we're going to try to get this one done today and filmed, because I'm going to do another small set after this. And I've been trying to get things done. A lot of things are getting done now. The only thing that I'm still working on that needs to be finished up, well, first off, I got the train proofed, so now I just got to finish up part 8 and the review that's on the main channel, and then that session's done. And then that's it. I'm finished with everything. Let me get this over here so you can see more what I'm doing right about there. Let's zoom in for you here. Okay. So that's pretty much what chores I'm trying to wrap up today, is to get things done and out of here. Because like I said, I want to do my own stuff. And this set's fun. I'm just tired of working on big sets. I know some of you said, Jay, there's a lot of parts of these. Yeah, I'm keeping the parts shorter. They're easy to edit and I get them up faster instead of doing an hour and a half, 2-hour session. It does get a little exhausting after a while. So yeah, it's all cluttered up here. I'll try to keep it as clear as possible for you. But the whole intent today is to finish this review up and wrap it out of here. Just be done with it. And not that I'm losing interest in it. I got a bunch of sets coming in, and trying to breeze through these and LEGO is not kind anymore. They're sending me more bigger, more advanced sets, and maybe they got whiffed that I do this on this channel, and yeah, so I don't know. At least it's content. But still, sometimes I kind of want to just say, nah, I don't want to do any big sets. Just send me the little ones. People think I'm nuts, but I mean, yes, the big sets are fine if they're not in big old batches, but, well, they're in batches, of course. So my intent today is to wrap this set up, get it reviewed. I'm going to do a small set after this one, and then maybe unbox another big one today. That's my intended goal. I filmed a little bit yesterday on 4th of July, but I didn't film anything in the evening just because of the fireworks going off. And yeah, that after a while gets kind of annoying. So it's like, yeah, I don't think my audience wants to hear a bunch of snap, crackle, pops going in the background. So I spared everyone the time. And what did we do on that day? Absolutely nothing. So that was fine by me because I'm not much into 4th of July anymore. It's fun when you're a kid, but as an adult, yeah, I can pass on it. So the intent for this today, oh, that's the wrong size. It's like looking at that wrong. Is to finish up the resort, review it. And the review is very simple. We're just going to do the close-up of the minifigures. Usually if there's 2 mini dolls, I can do them. This set's got a bunch of them, so I'm just going to line them up in the order that they're presented on the box for me to remember how to their names, and then we'll start from there. And yeah, that's the gist. That's it. Nothing too complicated today. Just get it done and move on. I kid you not. And matter of fact, it's just getting toasty here, and it's starting to get kind of annoyingly hot again. Yesterday was in the upper 90s, but I think today's about the same. But I don't know, it just feels very warm. Of course, I'm in the workshop right now because of all the set reviews that I have to do, and just trying to get them all done here. This book is pretty thick, so I'm hoping it's not a big one. But the review and everything, the torn review and demonstrations and stuff will be tacked on at the end of this video. You probably can tell by the index down here. That's how I'm doing it. So we only got 2 more bags left to do, 11 and 12. And yeah, like I said, the set's interesting. You know, I wanted to get back into this one. I had to stop to build the flying moon car, which wasn't too exciting, but it was a set to get done just to hurry up and review it. You shouldn't feel like that about a set, but I don't get to pick. I get to pick the themes that I like, but if I don't get to pick the actual sets, so sometimes you may end up getting something like this that's in with a bunch of other sets that you don't want to build. That's how it is here with doing the review stuff. And this one here's fun. This one looks fun. This one's fun to build too. So this is the play value here is also building, you know, believe it or not. Well, the crab's not holding the ice cream on this one. Well, that's kind of a shame. Push that down in there. But the whole intent today is to finish up some stuff. I'm trying to get reviews done lickety-split because I want to start that camper. I may start it anyways, just a little bit of it. But I don't want to get heavy into a build and it's like, oh, I can't do anymore. I wish Lego would put highlights around these parts, but they don't. I'm just about done with bag. Okay, there's a slope there. With bag 11, this one's just mostly bulk pieces, not too bad. But I need to get a lot of this other stuff done. A very cheerful green for a lawn. All right. That down in there. May want to pinch that a little bit. So it looks like we just got ourselves like a little, maybe a little cove or something. And this goes here. And that completes the base of that, and that's what we have remaining for bag 11. Not too bad at all. And well, maybe my camera's drooping a little bit here. Let's bring this down before we switch scenes here. There we go. Hope I didn't cut anything off of this one here. Okay, this is the last bag. Bag 12. Now, pretty soon we'll give all these parts a happy little home today. We haven't done anything with the stickers. That tells me we're going to be doing a lot of the stickers in this bag. That's all that's left, unless I was just a bonehead and just didn't get it. And in addition to that, you will need these slides. And I can always use slide pieces. Okay, so that's always a good thing. And this thing's now going to grow from here on out. I wonder how bad that's scratched. Well, there you go. These pitted pieces, like that's a 7.5 right there. I don't want to have to drop fail sets, but let's see how bad that is. Oh, really? Making sure you can probably see that. I don't have anything black around here, do I? Look at that big old scratch. That's deep. 7 it is. I mean, I don't mind. I'll give everything a 0 if I could. But I don't. Like this is pitted. This is what's fell in this set. It's not build quality. It's not build experience. It's careless things that can be prevented. Careless. Very sloppy. Some people told me the more expensive sets do that, but I don't know. And some round balls. Alright, never seen those in that color before. Alright, now we can start the base. And I'm glad we had to unbag all those small stuff, because you needed to unbag it first to do that. Jay, you really going to fail sets? Oh, I've done it before. I remember when Lego would send me those Mario sets. I remember when I bought those Mario sets, I got them as a gift. And they didn't come with the starter course. And I was like, what? Fail. It's one of those sets you really can't buy anybody as a gift because you don't know if they have a starter course. And I think the only time I didn't accept Mario sets, they started bringing out starter courses. And if you know, sometimes they'll ask me, hey, you want to review Mario sets? Those are the ones I will flat out just say no to now, because they're just, the theme is that bad. We were all talking about, man, imagine Mario having minifigures. I'd be scarfing those up. Mario's an iconic thing, and then it doesn't even have the minifigures with it, which is kind of sad. They have the brick-built ones, but it's like people want minifigure stuff. I do anyways. Playing Mario Brothers, you know, since I was a little boy, and well, yeah. So take some of our scratched up windows here, like this one here. It's just got a couple of pits in it. I don't use this aviation or sea blue. You can still see what I'm doing. Oh, I've been reading some comments on here. A lot of you like the walkthroughs. That's always good to hear, because the whole goal about this is to walk through the build. Like I said, what you're watching really is my review notes. Okay, you're watching the review notes. And I don't need to, you know, like rehash everything. Well, I wish this was a real place. I'd like to go down this little water slide. This kind of looks fun. It's fun to build too. It's such a shame though I'm going to have to fail it, but or give it a 7, but we've already dinged off for stickers. What are these rocks for everybody to trip over? My voice is starting to crack again too. Not fun when you have breathing problems. Just be glad most of you probably don't have it. One of my buddies doesn't have asthma because he was saying about running his. He was saying something about he wished he could run his air all the time. Well, I have to run mine due to respiratory, so I get a medical exemption for that. But like, would I trade it? Yes, because I'm tired of breathing hard sometimes for doing nothing. Okay, I don't have these in this bright green. That's kind of cool. I've never seen those in that color before. Sometimes I'll get these sets and I'll find little hidden gems like, oh, that's a nice part. I don't think I'll use it for anything, but it's kind of cool to find one in here. Yeah, and I gotta get off my rear, make a hair appointment, get that going, because this stuff is falling in my face. Can't find the hat. Oh, I see it over there. I should put that on. And then now we got to put a sticker on this on the inside, which I hate, and that's sticker number 13. Stickers are not all too bad on this. It's just like this, I could have reproduced that myself in brick form. I understand why they do it, but it cuts the cost down on making sets. But when you're trying to get the sticker straight in here, it's kind of a pain. If you got a vision impairment, you're really going to have a lot of fun like I am here. And the stupid stuff just wants to stick everywhere. Okay, I managed to get that on. I'll be ripping that off when I'm done reviewing this. I have a bin just of stickered parts that I still got to pull off. I kind of just do it while I'm watching a movie or something. Well, some people fidget. Yeah, that's my fidget spinner, is pulling off stickers off of bricks. Yeah, get those off there too. But anyways, though, if you're buying this set for your daughter or for yourself, you're not going to be shortchanged on build experience at all. Build quality, I'd say, is probably above average for a friend set. So you're going to get a good build. It's just hope yours comes in better shape than mine, but you know, that's what we're doing here. I'm hoping I can get this done so I don't fill up this memory card here, because I have 22 minutes left, and yeah, it doesn't have a lot of parts. So basically what I'm going to do is set it all up. This one's pretty isolated. The only thing I'm going to have to do is take this off, but I think what I'm going to do is do minifigures last. And then put this inside that lid of that box that it came in for storage. And, oh, I put that in the wrong spot. My bad. Whoopsie. I'm not paying attention today. My mind is kind of clouded, and it's not clouded because of that. Okay, and we got this mountain piece. It looks like it goes... Well, I don't know. I gotta go pick it up. Okay, it fits inside of here. Hope you can see that. Wiggle that in there. That's a nice, pretty rough rock facade. Just imagine this is at your hotel or something like that, and you're visiting this. It'd be kind of cool if this was a real place. I wish it was. I mentioned water slides to my bunch, and that was a fight that I wish I would never had started. Like I said, I'd be the dad that would like to do all the fun stuff, and the family doesn't want to do anything. That's like, hey, I mean, of course now it's busy. I don't want to do anything because it's just too many people out because it's summer. Everybody's off. Everybody but me. But that's how it is, though. And then we got that in there. That. Maybe that's going to be for the handrail. You're supposed to climb up here and go down. But this looks fun. I wish this was more of a human scale. Maybe Lego's got this in their theme park. We don't know. What the? Oh, we get a baby turtle. Isn't that cool? He's a spring green too. Okay, cool. That's nice. I just saw that. I thought maybe it was a starfish. He was sitting upside down like this. And I thought, It's got to be some kind of a starfish. No, that's a little tortoise. And where's this other piece? This one just looks fun to visit. Okay, now make sure 45, 46, we're on page 46 now. Sticker number 14 goes on this. Okay. Okay, you can still see everything. That's good. I may have to zoom out here in a bit because this is only going to get taller. And yeah, I don't know why I did that because I can't stick that on with just my thumb. I would have just stuck some studs at the bottom instead of doing that, but you know, I guess you just have to do that. And this sits right in here. I bet that turtle goes inside there like that. It sits in there. I bet that turtle sits on that stud. And all right, back to here. You know, I keep thinking these phones are on mute, and they're not. So now it's on mute. And yeah, I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. All right. It shows. Oh, I forgot to put this slope in here. Well, we'll put that in there now. All right. I hate when people kind of like I'm back here, right? And they know I'm back here, so they'll text me, and I'm like, let me finish this up first. Does he have to do it now? I'm like, no, I don't have to do it now, but I want to do it now because I only have 2 days to do all these reviews. And of course I get, well, why don't you just quit? I'm in a family full of quitters. Why don't you just quit? And why quit? I want to make a challenge. Who quits? Always finish your goals. You don't just quit because it's too hard or too much work. You just know not to do as much next time. Just say, okay, I got a little too much. Please don't send me as much next time. Yeah. Anyways. Kind of okay, we got an arch here. Okay. Boy, that's kind of crooked. And that's what it looks like there. Got a piece in the back. Inverted slopes. Yeah, so this one will have a close-up shot, a close-up tour. So it'll be where you can get up close. We can explore it together, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing with this one today. Is just doing a close-up tour, and just after that, after we get this one filmed, I'm going to start another small set. It should be something I can get done really fast, and then just, you know, have at it. Okay, and then just trying to well, that does not want to go on there, but that's what it's called for. Probably another palm tree, because I see a bunch of leaf parts in here. These are probably coconuts. I bet you anything that's what those are for. We don't know. We're going to have to guess. And I see where this goes. This goes right in here. Like that. And then there's just a lot of little parts to go through at this point. Now we're down to the nitty-gritty. It's just small stuff. It's going to take a while to find everything in case we sort. You're new to this, sort it. And then this 3-stud long. Yours doesn't fit. You may have to rotate it a bit. Okay, I don't know what this thing is for. It goes right here. Some kind of, oh, it's the base for the slide. So now we're ready to put the water slide in. Cool. So we'll just call this the base, waterfall and rocks, and this will be the water slide. Can't wait to go down the slide, huh? Does that sound fun? Goes here. And now you take this. Set that in there like that. Now mine doesn't fit, so I'm going to remember. I always tell you guys this. You know, wiggle it in. You're just going to have to do that and wiggle it in. It's okay. It's not like it's going to disintegrate. Hopefully it doesn't. And we're not ready for that yet. We got to put the trip step in there so the kids can trip and fall over that and fall down the slide head first. Boy, that's kind of a... oh, I see how it's going. Okay. This piece goes in next. Okay. And yeah, doesn't that look fun? Well, that is obviously not going to work. So you just go down like that and shoot you right into the water. And then we got palisade bricks, so put those in there. I think somebody's running a vacuum. Yeah, so right now I just finished up the train review. I just got to finish up some of the metadata. I'll have that done tonight. Release for next week. And in the following week, we will do the rest of it. And, well, I remembered everyone. Thank you to my main channel contributors. I appreciate it. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and Rebrickable customers. It always is a big help. And I want to thank everyone for taking the time to comment and subscribe to this channel, like my videos, all that stuff. It makes it fun. It's more interactive when I get more comments on here. I try to read everything. I try my best. But life gets in the way. But I try my darndest to read your stuff, because everybody in here should be heard or read. I don't know how that's worded, but yeah, I try my best to do that. Hey, at least this time I remembered. I didn't forget the shout outs like I normally do. What was that, 10, 12 studs? 10 studs? Don't have any. These make good rods for your for closets. I'm going to put this right up on that tile down there. This is probably a safety rail to climb up. So at least now we have that there. And it looks like we are ready to start zooming out now because it's getting bigger. And then we have a slope. Doesn't show where the slope goes. Oh, it goes right here. Okay. Yeah, the slope goes there. I got to find that now. Put that in there. And that takes care of that. Okay, now we're going to start doing the little palm tree. There's probably only one on there. Let's see. Oh, there's two we're going to have to do. Isn't that fun? We got twice the fun now. Trees are, to me, are fun to put together, but they do get repetitive. Even when I build my own, they do get repetitive after a while. So it's up to you if you want to make them repetitive or so you get a friend or somebody to help you. And we have determined, I think up to 6 people can comfortably build this set. So this is a good group project too. So it's not that you're building a solo set, you can also share it with a friend. And that's the one thing I'm looking at right now. Is this a collaborative build, or is it, can you share this with a buddy? And yes, you can. That's what we're looking for. And indeed, those are coconuts. Okay. So you stick these right on there. Okay. You know what? These little black or brown marbles would be good for not only for coconuts, but for maybe chocolate lollipops or something. Well, if you're making a candy store, there you go. Okay, I think it goes like that. Okay, fits right in there. Even the book shows that too. And then now we're going to have to stack all those leaves on there. Oh my goodness, isn't that going to be fun? Hey, at least these are rounded so they fit around that shaft. I was going to stick them on that shaft, and I thought, oh, wait a minute, maybe that's not how they're supposed to go. Yeah, it just shows that they're pointed out like that. Okay, they just got to be hanging over this little recessed area here, right over the coconut. And I only have 9 minutes on this card. Hopefully we can finish it up and do summation of thoughts on here. If not, I'll have to split, which I'm hoping not to do because I have not backed up. Everything on here at this point is either this or that moon car. Okay, and then you stick 2 more on the shaft here. Okay, like this, so I could just do it like that. If I can get that on there, it would be fine. I'm being a klutz today. There you go. Something to see like in botanicals, huh? And then we put this right in here, like that. Now we got our tree installed. And now we got to make 3 of these little leaf piece things. So it's more. So now it'd be called foliage or something. Or I don't know what I'm going to call it here. Put this here. So you got to have things growing off the side. Okay. And there's one. There's one that goes here, right in this corner. We'll make that one. So right now we're doing all the little stuff. Right now it's just little decorations, but. I wish this thing really did exist in real life. I'd like to go down, and maybe Lego needs to put that in their theme park that I've never visited, so we can all go down it when we visit. I have yet to ever been inside of a Lego theme park, and I have never been inside of a Lego store, a physical Lego store. Okay, another palm tree. So. Or just one that goes right off of this right here. So we'll prepare that. I'm hoping that I can fit everything on here. If I don't, then I'll have to split it, but that's fine. I may have to split it after I do this and do the setup. I'm kind of getting lost here. I'm just, like I mentioned, I'm kind of getting tired of working on big sets. They just... my system, I only had it set up for just a handful of parts and not this big stuff here. And there it is. I mean, big sets are fun, but not when they're like back to back. It gets to be really tiresome. So there we go, like that. And after that, we stick some leaves going down here. We did this before, and some of these would flake off. Remember one of those trees fell off too, so you gotta be careful with the trees in this. They could whack off real easily. So the build quality on this is still pretty good. It's just the accessories, the more accessories you put in a build, it doesn't matter if it's a mock or a tutorial. It just gets to the point. All right, let me get my filming hat on. I got this white patch of hair that's just creeped up on me, and it's just falling in my face. Yeah. Hey, I'm in between colors, everyone. I'm transitioning between dark blonde to white. You know, when I was younger, my hair was like a white blonde when I was little. Not bleach blonde, but just white blonde. And got older and turned to dark blonde. And then, well, now it's turning back to white again, but I'm transitioning between colors with a little hint of gray in there. But hey, what the heck, you know. Don't bother me. As long as I still have a full scalp of hair, I don't care. Okay, and this goes here. Okay, so it just fits in like that. This one seems a little sturdy, but and then this goes in here. like this, and we're still not even done yet. I may have to break this video, which I just don't like doing. Let's see here, I got 4 minutes. After that, we got an egg. Maybe this is the turtle thing. Maybe it's a little petting zoo. It's right in here. The turtle sits in here. Oh, so he's a hatch turtle. So he fits in like that. So it's got a little hidden Easter egg in there. Cool. And then you put your egg in there like that. And I'll give you a close-up here in a second. Oh, you better hurry up, dude. You're going to be late for work. I don't have to be late for work because I'm the owner, but I still have to be there. Alright, carrot top. And we're still working on the little inside here. So when I do the tour, yeah, this is going to warrant a close-up shot regardless. And now we got to do a fire ring. We still have not even gotten through all the stuff yet. We still got a good chunk of parts, and I got stickers coming up. And yeah, I'm going to have to break a video. So I'm probably going to have to do that here after we get done with the fire pit. I didn't see that because we still got these here, and that'll burn through at least 2 minutes of the memory card. Hey, but the other memory cards are completely empty. Those are nice little campfire rings. It's very simple. Very simple. It's what you see more like in the state parks, or depends on where you're at. And there you go. And this goes right here. Right in this joint, right by the crab. That's if I can get it to lock in right there. So be careful where you walk. You'll trip over the fire ring and fall in the fire. And then now we have to put these together. Can I get it done in 2 minutes without it dinging? Well, let's see. If it cuts out, then we know I reached my limit here. And of course, every tile is upside down, which I cannot grab without any fingernails. And of course you need sticker number 15, which is these hideous colored ones. Like those items you'd see, like it tells you if you're colorblind or not. Okay, I got one done. Yeah, this machine can handle up to 2 memory cards, where I can just press a button and flip over. But I don't know how I'm going to set that up yet. And then these go around here like this. Okay, and so we'll set these in here, and that's pretty much about it. And this is what we have remaining for this session right here. Not too bad. I got to change memory cards. I will be right back. Okay, now we're ready to set up. That's the sticker sheet all done. Yeah, I just had 37 seconds left. And then now this one goes in this area over here that you cannot see, but we will get to that right now. Now, what I'm planning on doing is, like I said, I'm going to do minifigures dead last in here, or mini dolls. I better say it correctly. Somebody will get their bridges in a ruffle. And trying to get this to where you see the whole flavor. Huh? And these are just setting up, so I'm not too worried about it now, but I have a brand new memory card. It's got 2 hours worth of open space, so this is obviously not going to take 2 hours to film. This goes right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press right back here. I'm going to hold that down. I'm just going to push right here until it snaps in place. And that's essentially what this is right here. It's a full complete play model. Now, obviously, unfortunately, this is kind of flimsy. I would not pick this up. I'm going to say the score on this is going to be at a 7. It's not really quite portable. You know, if you can break this apart, how many people are going to do that? So build on something like that. Okay, now we got to start decorating everything. That's why we call it setting up. And we're going to be setting up for the thumbnail and the review. Then I'm going to backtrack and work my way all the way back to the minifigures. That's a nice little wheelchair piece too. You know what we're going to have? Let's have... she doesn't have a life jacket on, but it looks like she has got a name tag, so she's probably, obviously, one of the employees that works here. So we'll put her down here. We'll have her sit down right here. That's what that plate is for, to go right between their shoes. So now we can have her sit down there and hope Jaws doesn't come and attack her. And then we will have her sitting here. Now, unfortunately, there's really no studs to just kind of set these down. So just don't sit. Stand. There's plenty of time to sit when we retire. Then we got, what's his name? Christopher. I thought that was a girl. He's got the life jacket on. So he could just... I don't know yet. To think about him. We got old Blue Flipper. And then we got Aron. You know what? We'll have him over here. He's taking a stroll. We'll put the wheelchair right there. He's going to take a stroll and see what everybody's up to. She's enjoying herself, so I think the only thing is you can't sit them down in here. I wish there was a way to fix them more to the seats. Because mini dolls that are top heavy, they'll fall over, so I'm going to set her right there. There's more than enough space in here for minifigures and stuff. Well, we got our luggage and stuff. When I do the tour, what I'm planning on doing here is we're going to do the tour. I'm going to do, like I said, the minifigures, but also accessories. It's easy to group those together. So I'm going to put the suitcases in the, well, we'll look in the back here in a second. Now, let's do that now. Let me just, the only thing is, I wish I could give somebody an ice cream. Well, Christopher likes ice cream. Let's give him the banana because that's the only kind we have here. Don't drop your scoop. Once you lose it, you got to buy another one. It's expensive. It's like 5 flat tiles for that. And no, you can't peel him off the set. So we'll put him right here. He's going to kind of... let's put him here. He's ready to take a dive in there. You know what I could do to make this more interesting? He looks more like a surfer, dude. He just needs the dreads and he's ready to go. No, I've never had dreads. I'll tell you, a lot of these guys with the long surfer hair, I can understand it. The girls like that stuff. But having a buzz or a high and tight is a lot better when you're surfing. You know why? Because the hair doesn't get in your face. Although it's a bad thing that happens. It's called sunburn. You got to be careful with it. So there's always a trade-off. And for her, I want to have her. We're getting to the point where everything's cluttered. So she's going to stand. I'm going to have her right here because she's probably the caretaker. Well, how can I get in there to put her in there? Okay, let's see here. Oh, she doesn't sit on that. You know what? Let's put her right here. Just need to fix one foot to the stud. There we go. And we can put the Dolphin there. Now we can look at the inside here. I mean, look at all this. Look at that. It's playable, right? This is what I'm saying. You got plenty of things to do. So we're just going to stack the luggage here. So when I do the tour, it's just easier to do that. Put this one right on the bed. And the passport, because like I said, I'm going to do this part very last. Anything that's not attached, we're going to review it. Okay. And then the coins, I will throw them on this bed here. So when we're done, we can just take a tour. Everybody in Friendstown don't steal. There's no crime in Heart Lake City like there is in Lego City. So everybody here is honest. They can drop a $100 bill and nobody will pick it up because they don't know who it belongs to. That's how honest they are. And yeah, I need to put this on a turntable, but I think I can manage this right now. Because I still got to, I mean, of course, I think I could. Let's do that. Ooh. I do not need to be slipping and breaking bones today. Let's put that away. I hope nothing falls because I forgot to put this on the turntable. Silly me, huh? I mean, I need it? Not really. So let's see here. Let's hope nothing crashes here. Yeah, nothing fell down. Nothing fell down. Oh, stop bothering me, phone. Yep, we're going to have to bring her out a little bit more here. The Dolphin's the only thing that's wobbling around here. Boy, these sets are just getting bigger. At least this one's horizontal. It's not tall like a skyscraper. But still, I think we are good. I'll just have to drop the camera down. I'll do that after I get done with this segment, though. But honestly, for what we got here, this doesn't look too bad. And it looks fun. I mean, it looks busy. It's got a lot of clutter. You always hear me use the word clutter. You know, if you were to strip all these accessories off, this would look boring. But this has got a lot of color and a lot of clutter. Okay, clutter's good. Clutter is really good in sets like this. Because it looks busy. There's plenty of things. You could add more mini dolls to this if you choose. I probably got about 100 mini dolls I can throw in here. This would be a happen in place. The only thing I wish is, you know, could we build off of these plates? You just pop out these round ones here, put some regular 6x6s in here, and you could build this out a bit more. I do have those, but they're not part of the review. Because let me get one and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. If I can find one real quick. It just looks kind of bland without the extra things. Let's see if I can see one on the top here. I do have one on the top. I probably have maybe about 3 of them. But I'll show you. Lego could have slipped a few more of these in here. Just imagine if we can put more onto this. It looks a heck of a lot better. Take these off. Put these in here. Matter of fact, these are lined up. You could just take these off, remove them, and put these in here. You'd have a whole little water area. But I think they do that so it's up to you, the builder, to expand on this if needed. Come on, flippers. Flip up and stay upright. What was that show, Marine Boy, where that flipper, what do they call him? Thrasher? Yeah, Thrasher, all right. This is Thrasher. Me and my vintage cartoons. I think he's supposed to fix to something here. I thought there was a way to attach him. Oh, yeah, like that. Okay, well, that's not going to do me any good. Maybe I can over here. No. There's nowhere to put him. So you just set him here, you know. But there's also a lot of accessories to lose too. But like I said, the more the better. Now, for $129, you're getting a good build, a really good build. This is an entertaining one. Okay. So you know, this is obviously the quick summation of thoughts here, as well as the setting up. This is not a bad build whatsoever. You know, yeah, kind of wish they had a few of these in there, but you know, what can you do? But it's enough here to get you started in expanding on this. Just imagine we were to build this out more. So this is obviously not meant to be dropped in a city. but still, the playability, it's rich in features. All right, but I think what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to go ahead and save my work. I'm going to readjust the camera, and then we're just going to go full-blown into the review. I'm going to do the review, 360 spin, close-up, and then I'll do minifigures and accessories last. But that's not how I'll have them in the video. But I want to get this one done so I can move on to something better. Or not better, but I don't know how good it is because I haven't started yet, but I got to do another small set. It will be another friend set after this one. I got plenty of those to go around. But yeah, let's, well, after this clip, what would I be showing? Well, let's just take a close-up of the minifigures. First, let's start off with the baby turtle. That's essentially what he is. Very small little guy with print work for a shell. And then we got the dolphin. You can name him Flipper, you can name him Thrasher. It depends on what show you've been watching. So just imagine him flipping around there. But that's all he does. And then we have Liann. Nice print work for her torso. And we have, I believe that's Nova. We got Sage, Christopher, and honestly, I thought that was a gal. So it probably looked better if he had dreads, but I'll leave that for the build installments. Then we have Mischa, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Aron. He's got himself a little all-terrain wheelchair, and he's got crutches. And yes, he even comes complete with broccoli hair. Isn't that cool? Everybody's rocking that style now. And in addition to all that, we have a lot of accessories that come with it. Let's just kind of run through things real quick here. We got ourselves some little printed coins. It says 5 on them. A little metal detector. Also got a surfboard. There's also another one attached to the surf shop. And that's a sticker. And you got 3 pieces of luggage. And you got a 3-piece luggage set there. Little camera. You also get a little pair of sunglasses to put in the hair. Now, I'll get that later. It fell on the floor. Little ice cream cone with banana ice cream. Boy, I'm Butterfingers today. And no, I'm not like the other guys. I will not edit that out. Little printed passport piece. Little letter. And you also get a set of life jackets. You got to have those for the float. That we'll be taking a look at in a moment or two. These just kind of lasso around your mini doll's head. Not too bad for the accessories. This set has plenty of those to go around here. And honestly though, a nice set of mini dolls and accessories that come with this set. Here we are at the Family Vacation Beach Resort, and as you can tell there's plenty of things to do here. Let's take a look at this little float. Let's make sure that the focus doesn't go all berserk. So we got a place here to lounge, got a place for our drinks, got an umbrella and a slide here, and yes, those minifigures or mini dolls can go down there. Better be careful, somebody will get angry about that. But not too bad, and you can see it seats mini dolls just fine. And in the back here, we got ourselves a little check-in area. It's like Christopher's ready to hit the waves. And they got some chase lounges back here. Here's the resort for a lodge. Off to the left, we got a place to rent surfboards and accessories and flippers. And right over here, we got ourselves a little dock with a little area where you can use a metal detector to find gold. And of course, this opens up to reveal some hidden treasures. We'll take a look at that in a bit. And over here off to the right, got ourselves a little ice cream shack, a little restroom, and a water slide. And that looks really fun. Really fun indeed. Now, this is playable, so we can rotate it around. As you can see, there's just lots of trees, lots of accessories. This set is caked with accessories, including the letter that fell down there. Somebody's ready to send off a postcard. We'll put that on the sleeping bag. Now, this looks like this sleeps up to 3 mini dolls, so the other mini dolls will have to sleep outside. And yeah, everything is accessible here. Even for adult hands, I could still fit my fingers in here to set dolls, and if I choose, well, like I said, we'll take a complete close-up tour of this. And it's just fun to look at. So here's the back side here, and there's just enough room here to set a mini doll to 10. The surfboard rental. In addition, you got like a little outdoor shower. There's a spot with the ice cream. And yeah, there's not a whole lot of space here. Be careful, you'll fall into the void. This does open up, but maybe leave that open until we take a closer look. You got an ice cream bar in there and stuff. And here's this side right here. You can obviously see we have a few Easter eggs. We got a little turtle in here, and there's an egg. Hinge that out of the way. So we're obviously hatching some sea tortoises in the back side of the slide. And yeah, this one's just packed with a lot of fun and adventure. Well, what better way to take a look at this with a close-up shot. Here we got Nova lounging on the lounger. Some of these mini dolls, I've already forgot their names already. Sadly, that's a sticker. I was hoping that would be printed. Can't forget Christopher with the surfboard and ice cream. I don't know anybody who's ever surfboard with an ice cream in their hand, but I guess he's going to attempt it. And then right here we got ourselves a little fire ring next to the waterfall with the water slide. That takes you down into the void. You got to be careful, you really fall off of that. It's got some stairs to take you up to the top, and looks really cool. Here's this area with the ice cream booth and the bathroom. We'll take a look at the interior stuff in a bit. Here's the little check-in area. I guess you have to kick the bell in order to get assistance here. And look at all the chase lounges. This thing is ready for action here. Here we got the surf rental shop. And a place to look for hidden treasures. This is kind of odd here, but there is a spot there you can put coins in, and you can just close this up. It's kind of hard when I'm one-handed doing this. Whoops, somebody's already taken a nap. I don't have a cameraman, so this is best as I can do. I think this might be Sage. I don't know. She is obviously putting the metal detector in that hole. You may want to go over here. Put her back up there. Comes with a shovel and some seashells. Little dock here. I like these little palm trees. They're kind of cool. They do work with this build. Now this set is feature rich with accessories. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Oh, and there's a little outdoor shower. It's just fun to explore these friend sets. There's a lot of good build inspiration in these. So you got a place here probably to hang up some stuff. These are just kind of wiggly here. Just enough, like I mentioned, for a mini doll to stand in, but you got some extra helmets and stuff. Here's the main lodge. Looks like we got a bed here next to, looks like maybe a counter or a shelf with a potted plant and some sunscreen. That's cool. And I like that rug there. That'd be good for mosaic tiles for like maybe a mission. Got some more luggage. Little snack area with a chocolate bar and a pineapple and some coconut drinks. At least it comes with 2 stories. This stuff here is printed like this letter in that passport, and you got a set of coins. Everyone's trustworthy in Heart Lake City. Now I do like the way that this is done on the sides here, where it looks like it's maybe a thatched roof. And they just snap onto some clips which are fixed to these roller coaster tracks. Pretty clever. Now for the ice cream area, you can see there's an ice cream bar in there, just some plates and tiles, and some sprinkles and a scoop. I like this cool yellow ice cream piece. That's kind of cool. Got to get more of those. Well, obviously things are expensive in Lego City. We're all using credit card machines now. Here's that bathroom. Little sink and toilet paper. Not too bad. Not a whole lot of privacy. That means somebody can just look in on you. You got to be careful. They should have just put a full door on that. Close up of those turtle and egg. Looks like we got one that's ready to hatch. Just an open space. There's nothing really too exciting in there. Here's the slide. Yeah, nice little trip hazard there. Somebody can take a face plant on the slide. Guys and gals, I gotta have fun with these. And they use some of these round Technic balls for coconuts on that. That's really cool. I wish there was a little bit more to this than just dropping off onto a table or something. Of course, you could just get some 16 by 16 stud medium reserve plates and just build off of this too. And I think that's left up for the builder. And honestly though, you can just see there's so many things to do here. This is cluttered up. And that's a good thing, because the more cluttered the build is, the more play features it has. It looks busy. It looks full. It doesn't look like you're getting skimped out of on anything here. Everything does flow well. And honestly, I'm pretty satisfied with this. How satisfied? Let's start the review with build quality, and it's average to above average. I did have some pieces fall off, like you can easily knock over these trees. I've done it a few times. Putting this together here, sometimes these will break apart, and some of the accessories can get lost. The trees over here. It's for the most part a pretty strong build, but you got to be careful how you pick this up, because see right here, these are not attached very well. As you saw with the build installments on the second channel, these just snap into place. So it's meant to be built with a group of up to 6 people, and you all put your pieces together, but this is the only downside to this, is that the parts are all separate and they're kind of loose. So if you're building this, build it on something flat, something place that you can easily move this around. This is not quite portable. You have to detach all the parts. And speaking of 6 builders, it's a nice group project. Everybody would get their own building guide and all sorts of stuff. And in addition, a Brick Separator does come with this set for taking apart pieces when making mistakes. And I did make a few mistakes, but the instructions are still easy to follow. Now, my build experience, the set did keep my interest. It's the use of bright colors throughout the build, and also learning some new building techniques in here, like using these tracks in here for the roof is pretty clever. And there's just so much to see here. Now, as far as for play value, there's more than what you can do here for play. There's a lot of things to explore. It's not just a play set. You're also building this too, but look at all the stuff that you could do. It looks busy. Clutter is what makes this set flow together. Everything is related. There's not a 1 or 2 oddball pieces. Everything just fits perfectly with this. It's just a nice set to look at, as well to play around with and explore. There are a few negatives with this set. One of them being is the stickers. They weren't hard to put on, but for me, this set should have been mostly printed. I don't know. Stickers just make the set kind of feel cheap. I don't understand that. I don't know. I just don't care much for stickers. And in addition, some of these transparent pieces came in scratched and pitted. It's kind of also another bummer with this set. Hopefully yours is not this bad. But this one was not bad, but one of these was just heavily scratched, and that was enough to set me off. It was, like I'd mentioned, it makes the set feel used and cheap. But all around, though, you are getting a fully playable model. This is going to be a fun one for any builder of any age to explore. Even I had fun putting this one together. Now, my score on this set is going to be a 7 out of 10, just due to the fact that it seems like it's just average to a little bit above average build quality. It's not quite portable. Stickers and the scuffed parts, like I mentioned. This is a fun one to just play around with. I mean, look at all the stuff you could do here. And yeah, it kept my interest, but I want to know what you think about this set. Honestly, this is a nice one for what it is.